Hello, good afternoon, everyone. So today I'm here to provide an update and introduction on cloud provider OpenStack project. So a little bit about myself. I'm Anusha, currently working as an upstream developer at NEC and also serving as a co-lead for provider OpenStack project. So you can find me at the rate Ramineni on GitHub or Slack. So today's agenda, so we'll go through the overview of the project, then what all plugins that are hosted as part of the project, and then we'll go to the CSI drivers that are supported, and what all supported, what's new that has been added for the past few releases, and the deprecations that need attention, and last but not the least, how to get involved with the project. So what is cloud provider OpenStack? So cloud providers used to leverage underlying cloud services. So if you have OpenStack Cloud and Kubernetes on top of it, cloud provider OpenStack enables Kubernetes to talk to underlying OpenStack APIs to leverage various its services. So basically, it acts as an interface between the host OpenStack Cloud and the Kubernetes. So if you look at the diagram, so cloud provider OpenStack integrates with the Kubernetes by implementing its cloud provider interface, and in turn cloud provider OpenStack talks to the OpenStack APIs to get various other information. From the code organization perspective, it is part of SIG Cloud Provider and it's an implementation of the out of tree provider. So we'll go through in a bit what exactly is out of tree provider. In tree versus out of tree, little bit of background. So in tree, what's actually an in tree provider? So previously, all the cloud providers are shipped with the Kubernetes main Kubernetes binaries. So if you see on the left hand side, so all the cloud specific loops are integrated into the Kube controller manager, and all other kubelet and kube API has some provider specific code with them. So later on, this provider-specific code has been extracted into a separate binary called as CCM, and all the out-of-tree providers implement this cloud provider interface and run the CCM binaries in the cluster. So for OpenStack Cloud, so we have the OpenStack Cloud Controller Manager to be running in the cluster. So for out of tree provider, so code is located in a separate repository and it's maintained and released independent of the Kubernetes main release. So Kubernetes and cloud provider are integrated to a single component called as Cloud Controller Manager. So this in-tree provider basically are deprecated and are targeted for removal in 1.21. So all the migration activities, so they have to be migrated who are using the in-tree providers to the out-of-tree provider. Coming to the hosted plugins, so apart from OpenStack Cloud Controller Manager, we host set of other plugins as well, which could be used for various different functionalities. So we'll go through a bit about each of these plugins. So these can be enabled as required by the user. OpenStack Cloud Controller Manager. So this is basically an implementation of external cloud provider for OpenStack clusters. So this runs all the cloud specific loops like node controller, service controller, and route controllers. But volume controllers are not part of the CCM binary. So those are basically done using CSI drivers. So from the deployment perspective, there is some difference how the in-tree providers and out-of-tree providers are deployed. So in the kubelet, you have to mention cloud provider as external, so that the nodes are marked as uninitialized until the CCM binary is up and running. And the other changes include Kube API server and Kube controller manager. Also, there shouldn't be any cloud provider flag to tell that not to run any cloud specific loops. And then you have to deploy the CCM binary in your cluster. So for that, we have provided a set of manifest in the repo, so it can be deployed as a daemon set in your cluster using those manifests. Once CCM is up and running, so nodes are marked as initialized and ready to be schedulable. Octavia Ingress Controller. So this plugin is basically used for load balancer service. So it relies on the load balancer Octavia, which is the default implementation of load balancer service in the OpenStack cloud. For this plugin to work, so there should be a connection between Octavia and Octavia Ingress Controller. Secondly, stable Queen's OpenStack version or the higher is required for this to work. And if for the TLS ingress, so OpenStack Barbican also to be deployed in your OpenStack cloud. Coming to CSI drivers, so if you understand, CSI is a standard for exposing the storage systems to the containerized workload, so it is widely being adopted. So in this repo, we are hosting two set of CSI drivers, Cinder CSI and Manila CSI. So in OpenStack, Cinder CSI is Cinder is the block storage service and Manila is the shared file system service. So these drivers implement container storage interface for these underlying services. With the Intri Cinder provisioner, which is used for volume management, is deprecated, and so the CSI driver must be used for this volume management. For the migration, so there are set of flags like CSI migration and CSI migration OpenStack. So these are provided and can be enabled in Kube API and Kube Controller Manager, so that all the entry calls are routed to the CSI drivers. So before enabling these flags, make sure you have the OpenStack CSI driver installed in your cluster. So for any new volume, so it is strongly suggested to use the new CSI driver instead. So if you're planning any migration activity as such, so we have a detailed guide given in our repo, so you can go through that before planning your migration. We have set of other plugins like Keystone Auth and Client Keystone. So these are the two binaries that work together to provide to enable to use OpenStack credentials for authenticating Kubernetes clusters. So Kubernetes Keystone Auth is the binary which implements the webhook authentication and authorization. And the client keystone auth is the one which gets the bearer token in exchange for the user credentials that have been provided, which can be later on passed to the Kube API server. Barbican KMS plugin. So this plugin can be used to encrypt and decrypt secret data using the key from the Barbican OpenStack cloud service. Magnum Auto Healer is one more plugin. So that is the self-healing cluster management service. So if you have multiple master and worker nodes in your Magnum cluster, so it periodically monitors the health of the systems and trigger and replacements as and when required. So these are all the plugins that are hosted by the project. So to deploy any of the plugin, you can go. We have a detailed documentation provided in the repo. So you could use the same and enable them in your cluster. Coming to major updates we have been doing for the past few releases in OCCM, so OpenStack Cloud Controller Manager, we have quite few updates like support for UDP load balancing with Octavia is added, and we have improved the logging and various other functionalities as well. And there is a multi-architecture support, so you can build the images and binaries for various platforms. And now Octavia Ingress Controller supports TLS using Barbican. A few of the next steps that are planned for the coming releases. One is reusing load balancer for different services, and some of the refactoring with the reconciler implementation for better maintainability. We have quite few updates in Cinder CSI plugin. So latest driver version is 1.2.0. This driver is made in conformance with the CSI spec 1.2.0. So the sanity testing, which ensures the conformance to the CSI or added to the CI job. So it is up and running. Apart from that, we have volume cloning support that is added to the driver, and Cinder, it can be now deployed using Helm also. CSI migration OpenStack feature is promoted to beta in 1.18, but it is default off. So we have added the CSI migration jobs as well in the CI to ensure it is working everything properly. Some of the ongoing and planned features for the coming cycles. So definitely one is the stability and increased test coverage. So there has been already work being done as part of this. So we are adding E2E tests for various features that are in progress, and CI improving the CI jobs as well. Other supported features, we already have many of other supported features like raw block volume, topology, expansion, snapshot, etc. With respect to Manila CSI plugin, so we have the latest release of the driver is 0.9.0, and supported features with this plugin are snapshots and restoring shares from the snapshots, which is currently NFS only. And there's a support added for the topology and Manila availability zones as well, and deployment using Helm is also supported. Planned features for some of these are the planned features that are targeted for the coming releases. That is volume expansion support, monitoring support with Prometheus, and also the high availability. Coming to the deprecations, so in 1.18 we have done quite a few deprecations like standalone Cinder Provisioner, Manila Provisioner, and Cinder Flex Volume plugins, which are hosted previously part of the repo being deprecated now or deprecated in 1.18. So it is in favor of the CSI. And Neutron LBAS is already deprecated from OpenStack Queen's release, so it is now no longer maintained in OpenStack Cloud Controller Manager as well. So default load balancer implementation uses Octavia from 1.18 release. So OpenStack entry provider is deprecated and targeted for removal in 1.21 as I have mentioned. So please plan your migration activity accordingly. Now you have got fair idea about the project. So if you want to get involved with us, so here's a getting started guide we have provided in the repo. So you can go through it and install the plugin. And the code is hosted in Kubernetes Cloud Provider OpenStack URL. So for any issues, feature requests, you could always raise an feature request in the GitHub as well. If you are interested in CI, so all our jobs are hosted on OpenLab infrastructure, so you can check out the jobs there. So to get involved more into the project, so please reach out to us on provider OpenStack channel. You can reach out to any of us. We are always happy to help. Okay, thank you everyone for joining. So up for any questions? Hello.
So, hello. We have a couple of questions here. Anusha, do you want to answer some of them?
Yeah, so about the slides, so I'll upload it today after the session, so you can download it from the schedule. The session, I'll be uploading them there, and um, so the one question on the application credential, so I think it's already supported since long time. So I guess you're facing some issues, so you could reach out to us on provider OpenStack channel, or you could create an issue so we could help you out there if you're facing any issue. But yeah, it's supported.
Then we have another question for Octavia in the load balancer implementation, and if we can change it back, or if the user can change it back to enable the neutron LBAS. And that's fairly easy by just configuring use Octavia equals false in the cloud configuration, in the cloud provider configuration. And then the old implementation kicks in. Before that, we did it differently. You had to activate it by setting the flag to true, but now true is the default, and you can switch it back at any time. So we have one question: if we have an idea when volume expansion is planned. Anusha, do you have any information about that?
Yeah, volume. If you're talking about the CSI for the Manila, Cinder or Manila. So if it's for the Cinder, it's already there. If it's Manila, I guess it's planned. We don't have the exact timeline, but if it's a priority, you can log the issue, so we can ask someone to take it up. So
Then we have
for
the
Cinder,
question about.
it's both the online and offline, both are supported. Yeah. Go ahead, Christoph.
Okay, we have one question of which parts of Manila will be HA, and that is that we only have the deployment in our cluster, and we just talk to the Manila API. So when the Manila API should be HA, your cloud provider must provide that. So that's nothing that we can do. We just talk to the API and attach volumes to the nodes, and Kubelet brings them into your pods.
The next question, are there plans to introduce backports for older version? So if you could let me know which parts, because if it's generally we don't add uh, if it's very important, yeah, we do add the backports of any important bugs issues, and we do release an image update. So you can find in the Docker Hub about the release upgrades of OCCM or the CSI binaries. You could find it like 1.18.1 or 2. So we could have made some backport fixes and released again. So if you want any of the specific bug issue, you could let us know that we will take it up to the backport of the older releases.
So, and we have one, I think it's the last question here. kubectl get node returns an error if OpenStack credentials are not configured correctly. Well, I think there is no way to load the new credentials without restarting the pod. But if that is the question, if I understand that correctly, I'm not sure about that.
So you have to, so this is part of the secret, right? So you have to again change the cloud config and recreate the secret, and I think it should be up and running. But yeah, the pod should be restarted, I guess.
Okay.
And
Are there
yeah,
any
if
further questions? I think we went through most of that.
yeah, I can add the schedule link. Where you could get the slides, so I can add it on the Slack channel, so you could get it from there. So to KubeCon maintainer channel, where we have a thread for the Q&A, so you could ask your questions there too, so we'll be able to answer that. And I'll paste the link for the slides there once I upload today.
Okay, then thank you all for your time. I appreciate that you were here, and if you have any questions, any further questions, please reach out
I
at
think
GitHub for us.
we have one more in the next page, I guess.
Oh, sorry, that was mentioned before and I missed that. No. If Octavia is false, we need something like MetalLB. And note when use Octavia is false, the old implementation kicks in, which means that Neutron LBAS must be deployed at your cloud provider. This is nothing that you could do. If your cloud provider neither have Octavia nor Neutron LBAS, then you need something like MetalLB. And we again have the question for the chat link.
Yeah. So I guess you could chat us there on the Slack. So thank you all for the joining the session. Enjoy
and
your
feel free
KubeCon.
to reach out to us either via Slack in the Kubernetes Slack, which was linked in one of our slides. And please engage in our GitHub issues or pull requests. Anything is welcome, especially if there are things like the question about kubectl get node returns error. If you have any problems with that, please reach out. We maybe can help you with that.